Hey guys, welcome back. So hello, if you're new here, my name's Sarah and I'm so glad to have you here. I always sound like Napoleon Dynamite when I say that. My name is Sarah, not Sarah. But I'm so glad to have you here. If you would love to hang out and stick around, I would love it too. I make lots of different what's for dinner videos, cleaning videos, beauty videos, shop with me videos, I already said that, decorating videos, plus size fashion videos, all of that stuff. So if you are interested in that, I would literally love if you stuck around and hung out with me because it makes me happy and I love your comments and I love you. But today's video is going to be another what's for dinner, but it is a collab video and I'm in collabing with another fellow YouTube mama here and her name is Jess and the Boys, and she is the sweetest, most kind, most encouraging person. She has always just encouraged me with the sweetest comments. I just adore her. I think she's so sweet. I tell her that all the time, probably creeping her out because I just think she's great, okay? And don't you want to collab with great people? Don't you want to watch great people that make you genuinely happy and encouraged and positive rather than making you feel like negative about life? She's an awesome channel here on YouTube with lots of what's for dinner videos, family related content. She has two adorable cute boys and she does stuff with them and her husband and cleaning videos and shop with me as well. So if you like that stuff, please check her out because she's great. And she is an excellent cook, like home chef, master chef. Let's go, she should apply, because every time I watch her videos, I always am like, good gracious, like these meals look so good. And she's just great. I don't know, I feel like, yeah, I need to step up my game, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I will have her channel linked down below as well as her video in collab with me, so you can go ahead and watch that. Please go and tell her that I sent you. Give her a heart emoji. I don't know any cool emojis because I use them, but typically they're very much the same. So give her a heart emoji and just tell her that I sent you because she really is great and you will love her. So go to her channel and check her out. Okay, so that is it. Let's just get started with the meals. Alright, so we are starting with this Old El Paso baked cheesy enchilada chicken penne dish. This was something I randomly found on Pinterest one day, and it was actually really good. I started with the Great Value Original Melt-In Dip. This is like Velveeta's knockoff Great Value version. It worked really well in the dish, but I will say it was a pain in the butt to cut. It was so sticky and just like, it's just really hard. As you can see, it's like I constantly have to pull it off the knife over and over and over again. It didn't cut cleanly, and it's probably just because it's so processed. I had it even in the fridge, so I know it wasn't just because it was hot outside, but I mean it worked in the dish. Anyway, I did use the penne rigatoni, you know what I'm saying, penne pasta, got that on a boil. Then with that melty Velveeta knockoff, I put in some shredded, I believe that was Monterey Jack or Colby Jack, one or the other, and about a cup of milk. I did a light mixing of that and I popped it in the microwave so it got melted. I did like different intervals, like a minute interval, and I would stir it and wait till it got fully combined and turned out to be like a glorious golden cheese blend. So you want it to look something like this, and this was great, you know, it was very cheesy, but it was really good. It would have been a nice queso with other things added to it. I then just poured it all over that pasta. I gave it a quick stir afterwards, and then I just took this mixture and popped it into a casserole dish and put it aside. I could have seasoned this, I think, maybe a little bit more, the actual like pasta part, but it was still really good without it. I then took some shredded chicken, I think it was about 2 chicken breasts, that I baked in the oven with some seasoning and then shredded it. I then took a whole can of Old El Paso enchilada sauce, a whole can of green chilies from Old El Paso. You don't have to use Old El Paso, it's just the recipe, so I used it. I also used this taco seasoning mix that it called for. This is the chicken flavor. I didn't use all of it. I don't like really strong cumin flavor, and so, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to rework it, because it was really good, but it was very strong with like cumin, and that's just not my jam. So, I gotta figure out how to make it a little bit lighter. But I then just poured that mixture on top of the pasta and then covered the pasta with cheese and popped it in the oven. I feel like you easily could have just mixed everything together, but if you liked layers, you could have done it this way. I don't understand why you had to do it this way, but I think you could easily mix together too. It's totally up to you. This worked well. I don't feel like it was a big differentiation of the like flavors though, if that makes sense. Like the layers weren't needed. But I waited till the cheese melted and got all bubbly, and then we had some for dinner. We just had it with some fruit on the side. Normally I have a big fruit bowl, and I just cut it up and put it in a bowl, and we just grab from it. We put sriracha on this because I like spicy food. My husband and I love this. One of my daughters love this, and one of my daughters didn't like it. It was kind of, you know, it worked out pretty well for everyone, and I think it's a really yummy dish, and I think a lot of people would like it. I think it would be really good with some shredded lettuce and sour cream on top as well. Next, I've talked about these grillers all the time. They're so good. I get them at Walmart. We had another barbecue at my family's house. I made those ranch potatoes that I made the other day from Kristen Stepp's recipe, my mom's homemade macaroni salad. We had homemade ranch. We had carrots and vegetables and fruit. I love having barbecues in my family's house. We barbecue until we literally can't anymore and are tired of the smell of burgers. But until then, we will continue to barbecue. Next is another Home Chef meal. I buy Home Chef with my own money. They don't send them to me. And this is an avocado and tofu sushi bowl. This would be super easily replicated in my opinion. It was delicious. It was tofu, cucumber, shredded carrots, avocado, sriracha mayo, a little bit of shredded seaweed, and like sesame seeds. It was super easy to make, really, really yummy. I loved it. My husband didn't because he thought it tasted too healthy, but I love these type of sushi poke bowls type of thing. There's also jasmine rice at the bottom. Super delicious, really easy to replicate, and I thought it was perfect for summertime. Next, this night was a night that Mama was tired and she didn't want to do anything. I did not want to be in the kitchen. So we just had some Sea-Pack shrimp poppers, and we didn't end up having fish sticks. We just had the shrimp, and then we just had a huge assortment of fruit and a lot of sauces. So my favorite one was the Yum Yum sauce. If you've never had it, it's like a sweet, creamy, I don't even know how to describe it. It is so delicious. For our next meal, I just sauteed up this chicken breast with lots of seasoning. You know that garlic and wine seasoning is my jam. Some garlic powder, more garlic with garlic salt, and a little bit of seasoning salt and pepper. That is like my seasoning aficionado. I don't know. That's what I love to season everything with. I love these Nor taco rices. I talk about them all the time. They're less than $1. They're so good, and they're a side perfect for like Mexican food. I sauteed up that chicken breast, and then I cut it up, and I put some tortilla in my pan, a little bit of shredded medium cheddar cheese, some salsa, and I put my chicken in there, and then I flopped it over, and we made quesadillas. This was super easy. It wasn't super warm, like in the kitchen. I wasn't dying of heat, and I loved it. They turned out really good. The taco rice was perfect. It was just like a really good home run meal that like appeases every single person. So we had this with a little bit of sour cream to dip it in and some fruit on the side, and it was delicious. Next was 4th of July, and this is my youngest getting into the pool. She does not like the big pool, so this is her little pool with her floaties that are not on correctly, I know, but it was a perfect day. It was such a good 4th of July. We had so much fun. I hope you guys had a good day too. This is a like pico de gallo corn dip salsa thing. It's not my favorite, but my mom makes it, and normally every single person loves it, but I don't like that type of dish. I don't really like pico de gallo or corn dip, but if you do, it is super good. These bins are from QVC. They're plastic, they're not wicker, they're microwavable and dishwasher safe. I think they're the coolest thing ever, and I just had to show you. I will link them below if you're interested. I made a whole slab of baby back pork ribs. I seasoned them up with this John Henry's pecan rub. This is a Texas thing, but if you can get this outside of Texas, or if you're a Texan, try this stuff. It is good on everything. I literally will put it on pasta. I mean, it sounds really weird, but it is so good. It's just like sweet and zesty and peppery and kind of spicy, but not really. I don't know. It's just super good. I rubbed it on the pork, and then I used about 3/4 a cup of apple cider vinegar and 1/4 a cup of water. I put that on the bottom of my Instant Pot. I popped my rack in there, and then I pressure cooked my I pressure cooked my ribs for only 20 minutes, and then they were done. I was insanely nervous about this because I never had done like ribs or like a big thing of meat in my Instant Pot, but it worked out really well. They came on out, and then I covered them with barbecue sauce. We ended up using 2 different ones because we couldn't agree on which one we wanted. And I spread that around, and then I put it in the broiler for about 10 minutes. I probably would have left it on a little bit longer so it got a little bit more of like a caramelization and crunchiness to it, but it still was delicious, and the meat was super tender, and I was actually really impressed with how well it went. So these are them fresh out of the broiler. I also make a really cheap, fun summer drink. I take this real sangria, which is really inexpensive at Walmart, a Sprite, and I mix it together. I'm sure everyone knows this trick, but this is what my mom always did when I was growing up. It was her, like, wine cooler, she called it. So it's one of my favorites. It's really refreshing and delicious. So I had one of those. We had homemade potato salad, fruit, vegetables, dips, salsas, all of that. We also had this amazing strawberry pretzel salad. My mom also makes a peach one. It's like the most 60s recipe ever. It's jello, fruit, cream cheese, whipped cream, and pretzels. My mom's made my whole entire life. I think she got it from like her family. It is so delicious. You have to have it. I know it sounds gross, but let me tell you, it is so good. We just played with some sparklers after our pool, and then we had homemade s'mores. My brother's being a hibachi grill master back there, and they were delicious. Next, for my birthday, my best friend took me to North Italia, I think it's what it's called, and I don't even know what that dish was, but it was one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. It was on her recommendation. It was so good. I got like a short rib pasta with that was like horseradishy and creamy and delicious and amazing, and oh my gosh, I am so easy to appease. It was for my birthday. Give me food, and I'm a happy lady, so it was so nice. If you're in the North Texas area, this is at the Legacy West location. Highly recommend you go. It's a beautiful restaurant with amazing food. Lastly, this is another dish I've made all the time on my channel, and it's one of those, like, I don't want to cook dishes as well. So I normally just take a jar of classic Alfredo sauce and pasta sauce, and some pasta and some cheese. So I use shells this time because this is what I had on hand. I honestly will use just about every pasta. And then I boiled them, put some butter in them to give them a little bit of flavor, a little bit of delectable. You never have too much butter, am I right? And then a whole jar of Alfredo sauce, and then that whole jar of pasta sauce. I normally bake this in the oven. I didn't do it this day because I honestly couldn't be bothered, man. It's one of those days. I have no motivation to cook in the summertime right now. I'm like over everything. So I mixed it all together, and I put it in a little bowl with a little bit of parsley on top, and it was delicious. I mean, I have nothing bad to say. This is always a crowd pleaser. My kids love it. My husband loves it. It's good baked. It's good not. I don't know what to tell you. Then I cut up a watermelon very haphazardly. I almost cut off my fingers multiple times, but we love the personal size watermelon. They're really juicy, really flavorful, and they're really inexpensive, so I recommend trying those out. But we just slice them up in a bowl, and once again, we just pull from our fruit, and that is it. So that's going to finish up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out Jess's channel. You will not be sorry. It's an amazing channel, and you will love it as much as I do. So please go say hi and tell her I sent you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.